In my house, intelligence was currency. My older sister was the brilliant one. Straight A's, science fairs, scholarships. My younger brother? A math prodigy. Teachers loved him. And me? I struggled. Reading took me longer. Math confused me. I asked too many questions. At dinner, grades were announced like trophies. My sister, top of the class. My brother, perfect score. Then my mom would sigh and say, "Well, we all have different strengths." It sounded polite, but what it meant was clear. I wasn't the strong one. At family gatherings, relatives would laugh. "She's sweet." Not the smart one, though. They thought I didn't notice. I noticed everything. The worst part wasn't the teasing. It was believing it. By high school, I had already decided something about myself. I'm not smart. When you believe that, you stop trying. Why study hard if you'll fail anyway? Why apply to competitive programs if you'll be rejected? I became invisible in my own life. Meanwhile, my siblings collected achievements like trophies, and my parents? They weren't cruel. They were practical. They invested time and money where they saw potential, and I wasn't that investment. One night, I overheard my father say, "She'll probably just find a simple job." Nothing wrong with that. It wasn't meant to hurt me, but it did. Because in that moment, I realized something. They had already decided how my life would turn out. My turning point didn't happen in public. There was no dramatic speech. No big argument. It happened in my bedroom at 2:13 a.m., staring at the ceiling. I asked myself one question. What if they're wrong? Not stupid, not lazy, not incapable. Just that night, I made a quiet decision. I would stop trying to win their approval and start trying to understand myself. I began reading not textbooks, but books about business, psychology, and how people think. For the first time, learning felt interesting. Not because of grades, but because I was curious after graduation. I didn't get into elite universities, no scholarships, no applause. So I took a regular job. And at night, I learned marketing, consumer behavior, digital systems, startups. I failed at my first online project, lost money, felt embarrassed, didn't tell my family. Then I failed again and again, but something strange happened. I wasn't quitting, because this time failure didn't mean I'm dumb. It meant I'm learning. Years passed, quietly. While my siblings posted promotions and achievements, I was building something no one could see. The breakthrough didn't come from genius. It came from observation. I noticed a problem in a niche market most people ignored. Instead of building something flashy, I built something useful. Small audience, high value. I reinvested every dollar. I worked weekends. I studied customer feedback obsessively. And slowly, the numbers started growing. 5 figures, 6 figures, then 7. My family still didn't understand what I did. They'd ask, "So, is that like a hobby?" I would smile. Something like that. The acquisition offer came on a Tuesday. At first, I thought it was spam. Then I saw the numbers. My hands started shaking. Meetings, negotiations, legal reviews. Months of silence. Then the final agreement was signed. The number printed on that check. $47 million. I stared at it for a long time. Not because of the money, but because of what it represented. Proof. Not for them. For me. I didn't announce it online first. I invited my family to dinner. Same dining table. Same chairs. Same place where grades used to be compared. My father asked, "So how's work?" I slid the document across the table. My mother squinted at the number. My brother leaned closer. Silence. For the first time in my life, no one had anything to say. And then my father whispered, "We didn't." And that was the moment I realized something powerful. They never saw my potential. Because I never showed it. I was too busy believing their version of me. Success didn't erase the past. It reframed it. The dumb one wasn't dumb. She just didn't fit their definition of smart. If you're being underestimated right now, let them use it. build quietly. Because the most powerful comeback is the one no one sees coming. Like, share, and subscribe for videos